Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Talk Energy Power On, where we are about to start our next session. And we are going to be talking not about one, but two apps pioneers in digitalization. I would like to introduce you to my next guest. He's the product manager, apps and digital components, Benjamin Blaurock. Great to have you here.
Very welcome from my side as well. Benjamin Blaurock, product manager for apps, and I'm very glad to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you here. We just saw the moving images in this film. We saw one app, but you're going to be talking about two apps today. So what about the other one?
Absolutely. We saw a small teaser about the SMA 360 app, so the app for the PV installer, for the professional. And this app is already in the store. And on the other hand side, I will present the SMA Energy App, so our solution for the end consumer to interact with this system.
Can you go a little bit deeper? Like, what's the idea behind both apps?
Yeah. So the basic idea for both apps is more or less similar. So we would like to make it as easy as possible for all our customers. So simplification is the key. When it comes to the installer, the SMA 360 app is offering an overall solution for the mobile support. So really when the customer and the installer is on site at the customer. So we are going to offer him a tool, a very powerful tool, which supports him in each section, whether it's the sales support, whether it's the operations, commissioning, and also the service access. And that's the basic idea, have everything together in one app. And on the other hand side, we are going to offer the SMA Energy App for the consumers to get information about what's going on in their PV plant and to get a proper visualization of their energy flow. And that's the basic idea of both apps here.
So I would say let's begin with the 360 app. Let's take a closer look at that. Can you tell us and our viewers out there what are the key functionalities and what are the benefits? Why should I be using this app?
Yeah, so when we're talking about the SMA 360 app, we are talking about, so imagine you're an installer, for example, and for those on the camera, it's daily business, and which starts usually with a sales process on site. So you're first time on site at the customer, and you would like to collect certain customer data. You can do that right now with the SMA 360 app, and you can collect the customer information, rooftop information, but also consumption information. And the app is creating a first financial proposal to you. So you can send it directly and show it directly to the customer on site what are his benefits of a PV system. And that's really a good advantage compared to the competition here for the installer. On the other side, this information can be sent directly to the end consumer on site. So when you are finishing the first chat to the customer, you can send him directly a first summary here. And the last big advantage here is all that data will be transferred automatically to your Sunny Design account. So when you're in the back office, you would like to create the first and the final offer here. You can have access directly to all that data and can use that directly furthermore. Then usually the next step is the installation and commissioning, and you will get access via the QR code scan within the SMA 360 app. So you can use the QR code on front of the inverter, which is present directly in front of the inverter since beginning of this year to get a fast access to the inverter. So no Wi-Fi sharing information anymore. It's really getting fast here. And once the commissioning is successfully done, you can also get information about the energy and power information. So get access to PV plants here, to power information, but also to failure information to get details here.
You brought us a slide highlighting what you just mentioned, right? Here it is.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about now about the operations here. We are in that step right now. So you see that energy and power information, but also the failure information. And this brings us to the next session, the service section. And within the service section, you get access to documents, manuals, data sheets, but also to graphic repair guidelines. We are going to offer also for even more inverter types here to, for example, exchange a spare part here. So it's an overall tool to support in each step of the life cycle. And that's why we call it SMA 360 here.
If you, dear viewers, would like to have a closer look at this slide, you can also make the product preview window bigger. You can give it a full screen, and then you can see all the details on this window also. And with that, we're going to have a look at a short video. I mean, what you said sounds like it makes the life of installers very easy. And now we're going to look at the key features of the 360 app. Our product manager, Tim Mao, he made a short video for us, and I would like to show that to you right now.
Hi, I'm Tim. I will show you how it works. The first step, you have to go to the planning feature here and have to click on New Customer. New Customer, you find a lot of information from the customer. Here you can use the very cool feature Location Finder. Here you have the possibilities via Google Maps to find your location. Now you go to the second part, the PV plant. Here you have to find or you have to fill in all the information you need for the PV plant. Here you can use the smartphone or the tablet as an active sensor. Here you can use this on the rooftop to find from the household the angle of the rooftop. So now we come to the third step, the consumption. Here you have to find out how many people in the household are living, and also you can add an electrical vehicle. In the last step, you have here now an overview about the results for a PV plant with a storage system or without a storage system. There you can send this information directly to your customer and to your Sunny Design account. In the second step, I will show you how to commission your inverter via the 360-degree app. When you have to commission your inverter, you can use the QR code scan functionality in the 360-degree app. You have to connect with the WLAN of your inverter. The app will directly go to the smart inverter screen of the device. Here you can find all the live data from the inverter. So when you have done the whole commissioning of your inverter and have implemented this in the Sunny portal, you have the possibilities now with the 360-degree app to find your device now here in the 360-degree app as well. Here you can find all information you need to the PV plant. And you can find the history data as well. You can see here the day, month, and year as well. You can find also all documents to this inverter in the 360-degree app as well. You can use here this QR code scan functionality as well. And now here you find all information to the product. In the last step, you can use the 360-degree app also for service. Here you can find the failure analysis, the repair, and the documents of your device. Here you can use the QR code functionality as well, or you can also type in your device you have. Here in the repair center, you can see all steps you have to do when you have here, for example, a replacement, the communication assembly. You can also find the documents of your device. Here you can use the QR code functionality as well. So we can open, for example, the e-manual, and you have here all informations to the product.
That was a great video. Thank you so much to Tim who made it for us. So to me, it looks like it's a very strong tool for installers. It makes their life very easy. But what about the consumers? Let's look at the other side. I mean, they're usually closer to the plant, and I can imagine energy management getting more and more important. So how does the SMA Energy App support plant owners?
Yeah, so for sure, the simplification plays an important role as well, as I already said to you. So the core requirement of the consumer is totally different compared to the installer. So the visualization is more or less the basic. So he would like to get a transparency of his PV plant. So what is the energy flow in his PV plant? What is the status? Is my plant working in a proper condition, for example? And these are the basics we would like to offer in the SMA Energy app. In addition to that, we are going to offer the optimization. So the optimization brings the consumer to the position to increase his autarky level and also self-consumption level to get a much more or higher benefit from his PV system. And that's the basic idea here. For optimization, we are providing a prognosis or a forecasting in the app, but we are providing also energy tips. For example, what is a good time to save energy or what is a good time to spend energy to make it more transparent for him. And the last step is the control functionality. And here, the e-mobility is the big part at the beginning for the SMA Energy app for the control functionality. So we are going to offer the support of our EV charger, our all-in wallbox solution. There is a separate session following by this session here today to get a bit more in deep on that. But quick outlook, you are able to use the SMA Energy app to control your device here. So you have separate charging modes and you can select even each charging mode via the app. For example, the PV optimized mode, you can set a certain charging goal or a certain amount of energy and the system itself will create the perfect charging curve matching to the PV forecast here. And that's the big advantage for the consumer here.
And if you would have to summarize it, what's the key benefit of the Energy app and when is it going to be available for the end consumer?
Yeah, so the key benefit in my opinion is, so thinking about the consumer, energy isn't not common for them at the moment. And we're talking about a complex system, kind of a complex system. Yeah, it's not only the PV system anymore. We're talking about storage, about heating, about white goods, and also e-mobility. And everything together brings it to an energy system. And in our opinion, we would like to offer the perfect interface and the easy to understand interface for a consumer to interact with this energy system. Yeah, and that's, in my opinion, the biggest advantage. And it comes in parallel with a very nice surface, a very nice appearance of the app, and much more related to standard smart home applications, for example.
So I'd like to look into the future. I'd like to go to the outlook for both apps. So can you tell us when, what's the future going to look like? When are we talking full release and when are we talking updates for both apps?
Yeah.
And can you specify?
Yeah. So the SMA 360 app is already in the store in certain markets. So we have it already in Central Europe and also in Australia, available since May. And the SMA Energy app will be available in Q3. So we are in the final process of the development here. So quite soon we will bring here the app to the market here. But the basic target is to bring both apps by end of this year and in a bigger global availability. So the global rollout plays the most important role on the second half of the year here. And it's more or less related to the Sunny Portal availability. And so the languages and also the countries where the Sunny Portal is available, we are going to provide also the our app portfolio here. On the feature side, we will go to improve also the functionalities of the app. For the SMA 360 app, that means commissioning plays a much more important role. To provide an own commissioning assistant within the app. And for the SMA Energy app, we are going to offer a better energy management support. So home manager integration, control of smart plugs, white goods, and that kind of things.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Ben, for your outlook and keeping us posted when what is going to be available. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a look at the questions that you sent to Ben from around the world. Ben, are you ready?
Absolutely.
There's been some hard questions so far this morning, so let's see.
For sure.
Let's see what we have for you. Questions coming out of the Q&A will be up on our board in just a second. If you have a question that you would like to ask Ben in regards to the two apps that he just mentioned, the SMA Energy app or the 360 app, you can ask him anything. I think he's quite capable. He can answer anything that you throw at him. So the questions are coming very soon. And they're going to be up on the screen in just a second. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at the questions that came in from around the world for Ben. So here we are with the questions. First one, is a tablet version available?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because it comes quite often. So you can use already the tablet for using the SMA 360 app, but a dedicated tablet version will be available by end of this year. So an optimized version for the tablet, so you can use it already. You have an advantage of a higher screen or a bigger screen size, but an optimized version will be available by end of this year.
And we saw Tim use a tablet in the video also.
Exactly, that's the current version. So it will be stretched already. So it's a bit easier to type in all the data, but an optimized version will be then created afterwards.
Okay, so let's take a look at the next question. What is a price? People want to know about the prices out
Absolutely,
there. So
yeah.
what's the price of the apps? Are they perhaps free of charge, Ben?
Yeah, that's for sure a very important question as well. So the current setup and the basic setup of the apps is free of charge, also for the SMA 360, but also for the SMA Energy app. So that what you already saw is free of charge, and the SMA Energy app will be also free of charge. So good news on that side.
Yes, very good. Next question then. Can the SMA 360 app see inverter AC and DC voltage and other measurements? Can this application also be used as a diagnostic tool?
Yeah, this is on the roadmap as well. So at the moment we see the standard energy and power information of the storage of the PV plant itself, of the inverter. AC and DC voltage will be part of the next release coming around end of September here.
Okay. And is it possible to register my PV plant in Sunny Portal via the app?
Yep. At the moment, you have to do the Sunny Portal registration on the web application. So this is at the moment the current status. But as I told you, we are working on the commissioning assistant as a next step, as the outlook for the SMA 360 app. And this will also contain the registration in the Sunny Portal. So really to get a seamless process from the commissioning, from the technical commissioning over the registration. So when you are leaving the plant, everything is done, and yeah, you can use directly then the monitoring functionality here.
Fantastic. Okay, so those were the questions regarding the 360 app. Let's see if we have something regarding the SMA Energy app. The questions are just loading. If you have a question for Ben regarding the 360 app or the SMA Energy app, you can pose it in the next couple of minutes still. So one question here is, will it be available in the Windows Store?
Yeah, at the moment we have an iOS and an Android version, and Windows is at the moment kind of negotiation. So we think about producing also a Windows version. But at the moment, we are trying to figure out what is the amount and the requirement from your customer side. And therefore, yeah, we're working on that at the moment.
And is the 360 app available for installers only?
Yeah, it is dedicated and developed dedicated for installers. You need a Sunny Portal account to enter the app, to register to the app. And that means so we have a certain barrier here for consumers to enter that, and due to the fact that the consumer version, so the Energy app, is really dedicated, developed to their requirements, it's getting much more present in the store that this is the consumer version and this is the installer version then.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a question from Australia, I believe. Is the 360 app expected to get faster? Apparently, it's quite slow in Australia.
Oh, okay. We are working on the optimization, so that's also a topic, especially when you have a quite high number of plants in your system on the Sunny Portal. So we are working on a solution here, and the app will be get an update in the next release as well to provide a faster, even more faster access here to your overall portfolio, especially when it comes to a higher number of plants here.
Okay. While the questions are pouring in for you, has the SMA 360 app been developed in conjunction with installers?
Absolutely. So for sure, we've had a strong beta test period. So for those who've joined last year in the SMA booth at the Intersolar, we've presented already the concept and of the apps, and then we've went to a more longer development process. And within this development process, we were in a very close contact to our installers. So we had a long beta test period in coordination or cooperation with our partners here, and we've did a lot of research here and tried to get as much feedback as possible.
And then integrate it into
Exactly.
the architecture of the app. When will these apps be available in Southern Africa? Hello to Southern Africa.
Yeah, maybe a couple more information about the current availability. So I said we are available in Central Europe. So that means in the German region, Austria, Switzerland. We have available in France, for example, also Italy, in Australia at the moment, and the UK. And South Africa will be part in around beginning of Q4. So it's a bit time here in between, but as I said, by end of this year we will have the big global availability reached.
Okay, just a little bit more patience.
A little bit more patience here.
Sorry about that. Okay, next question. Do those apps support old SMA products, Ben?
Yes, they do. So all plans in your Sunny Portal account will be visible in the SMA 360 app, but also in the SMA Energy app. And one big benefit here is also that you have one interface for the first time for the NXOS and the classic portal plans. So both worlds together in one interface, whether it's an older inverter or it's a quite new inverter. And that's also a big benefit for our customers here.
Absolutely. Do they provide, this is something you mentioned a little bit earlier, do they provide any forecast data for customers' PV plans?
Yep, and we are going to provide a PV forecast within the app, and this PV forecast can be used for furthermore energy management and optimization within the plants. So, for example, I can see by today, tomorrow is a more sunny day, for example, and I can just switch a certain consumer, such as a washing machine, for example. If I do not really need it by today, I can switch it to a better slot here to increase my own consumption here.
Okay, so the predictions and forecasts are there. Is the commissioning process the same as with the Home Manager 2.0, Ben?
So the commissioning process at the moment is not really affected. So the commissioning process stays the same as you know it already in the standard commissioning process. It's only the interaction via the QR code scan. So you can really get a very easy connection to the inverter, but the overall commissioning process, as I already mentioned, will be improved and even more fast by end of this year with the SMA 360 app.
Let's talk about the Sunny Portal in this next question. The question here is, can you shift projects from the Sunny Portal over to the Energy app? Is that possible?
That's a good question, because usually all plans which are part of Sunny Portal are automatically transferred to the Energy app. So at the moment, the app is connected, as I said, to Sunny Design. So you can create a project in Sunny Design directly via the app. And this project is at the moment then linked in Sunny Design, and the registration afterwards has to be done in a Sunny Portal and will be therefore transferred to the SMA Energy app. So a direct transfer in between Sunny Design and Sunny Portal is not available yet. And that's also a topic which we are working on when we are talking about an overall seamless digital journey here. But we have a good connection between the Sunny Portal and the Sunny Design, and also to the apps then.
The next question is another release question. Will the SMA 360 app be available in Vietnam, the Middle East, and specifically in Jordan?
Yes, we are quite strong in contact here with also the local sales team, and I've already got the requirements for those countries, and they will be supported as well. But that means we will not offer in each country the local language. So we have certain markets where we are going to offer an English language version for those, because we do not offer it in each language. And again, this is always located linked to the SMA portal availability here.
And is there a time frame you can give us? approximately?
Target is also end of this year.
End of this year. Okay, for all regions,
Yep.
Vietnam, Middle East, as well as Jordan.
Exactly.
Okay. Can all SMA inverters be commissioned with the 360 app?
Yeah, we are talking about the basically more all string inverters, so also Sunny Boy, Sunny Tripower, Sunny Island. Here, also Sunny Boy storage. They are getting the QR code, and they will get access. Will be able to get access via the SMA 360 app to these inverters. And one question what we get quite often is, can older inverters be retrofitted via the QR code? And we are working also on a solution here for older inverters that, because if the inverter has the firmware status 3.0 or higher, they can be used for this QR code functionality. And we are trying to offer a certain QR code creator on our website to create your QR code even for older inverters, and then to use this QR code functionality for that inverters.
Thank you, Ben. So that was quite a lot of questions. We still have approximately 3 minutes. So if you, ladies and gentlemen, have a question that you would like to ask Ben regarding the 2 apps that he just presented to us, you still have 3 minutes to fire those questions off. And here we are. They're coming in. This is great. I love it. Okay, so here's the next question. And you're doing great, Ben. I mean, these questions are coming from everywhere, and you're like, poof, poof, poof. Okay, so next question, availability regarding Malaysia and Singapore. Are we talking Q4?
Also Q4. Yeah. So as I already said, sorry, excuse me. We are also talking about that in Q4. So we have a bigger rollout coming end of September here, a local one, under the global aspect, and then by end of this year, within Q4, we would like to spread it in even more countries here.
Okay, so Q4 is what people need to keep in mind in Malaysia and in Singapore. So let's see if we have another question coming in for Ben regarding the 360 app or the SMA storage app. Okay, Norway. Norway would like to know, when are the 2 apps available in Norway? Is it also Q4 or is it Q3?
No, it's also Q4.
Okay.
So within Q4, we have also Norway supported here with the app and with both apps, and therefore, yeah, also the Scandinavian region here.
And the language for the Scandinavian regions would be English then, or would you regionalize it further?
We are going to start with an English version here, and then we are trying to figure out if a local version will be available within next year here.
Can SMA partners remotely change inverter parameter through Sunny Portal or SMA 360 app?
Definitely not via the app yet. So it's only an interaction from the app to the system. In the Sunny Portal, the parameter setting is, in my opinion, not currently available to change it remotely. But also that's also a topic which we are working on, especially when it comes to also commissioning topics and that kind of things, like remote commissioning support and these kind of things we're working on.
Great, Ben, you did really, really well. Thank you very much, Ben, for answering all the questions. If you have any more, just fire them up. Ben's going to answer them later. We'll take a short break and see you in just a few minutes right here on Let's Talk Energy. Power on.